Welcome all to my YouTube channel Shweta Gupta Chemistry Classes. The topic we'll be doing in class 12 chemistry, that is of chapter 2nd solutions, is elevation and boiling point. So before moving to elevation and boiling point, children, firstly we will try to know what is boiling point. So boiling point is a temperature at which vapor pressure is equals to atmospheric pressure. This one you have done, children, in class 9th also. It is a temperature at which vapor pressure is equals to the atmospheric pressure. And you know that whenever you increase the temperature, there is increase in vapor pressure, because on increasing the temperature, the molecules in the solution, they will tend to form more vapors, and as more vapors are formed, more will be the vapor pressure. Now we have already studied that in the presence of non-volatile solute, the vapor pressure decreases. In the presence of non-volatile solute, the vapor pressure decreases, because the surface covering the solvent molecules will be less as it is covered with a non-volatile solute also. So this non-volatile solute will not vaporize and will not contribute towards the vapor pressure. So this is the reason behind it. This we have done so many times. Now we'll take one example. The vapor pressure of an aqueous solution, sucrose, is less than 1.013 bar at 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस. जो वेपर प्रेशर होता है एक्वस सोल्यूशन ऑफ सुक्रोज का, व्हाट इज एक्वस सोल्यूशन ऑफ सुक्रोज चिल्ड्रन? इट aqueous term is the solution which is formed on adding of water. So the vapor pressure of aqueous solution of sucrose will be less than 1.013 bar at 100 degrees Celsius. So vapor pressure is less than this, okay? Vapor pressure is less than 1.013 bar at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. Now, if you want to boil this solution, the vapor pressure must be increased to 1.013 bar, and we have to raise the temperature. Children, earlier the vapor pressure was less at this temperature. So to increase this vapor pressure, we have to increase the temperature, because on increasing the temperature of the pure solvent, that is water we have taken, then only it will convert into vapors, and then only will be the increase in vapor pressure. So to boil this solution, aqueous solution of sucrose, where sucrose is a non-volatile solute, so if you boil this, then the vapor pressure is less than 1.013 bar at 100 degrees Celsius. This is the boiling point of the pure solvent, water we have taken in this solution of non-volatile solute and water. Solvent is water. So if you want to boil this solution, then you have to raise the temperature above the boiling point of the pure solvent, that is water. Then only the vapor pressure will be increased to 1.013 bar. That is on raising the temperature only, on increasing the boiling point only, then only the vapor pressure will come to this 1.013 bar. Otherwise it was less than 1.013 bar. So children, it is very simple. On addition of non-volatile solute to water, that is a pure solvent, then the vapor pressure is always less at the boiling point of the pure solvent. But if you want to bring the vapor pressure to 1.013 bar, that is the vapor pressure of water. If you want to bring the vapor pressure to 1.013 bar, in that case you have to raise the boiling point of the pure solvent. You have to raise the temperature of the pure solvent. Then only it will vaporize, and then will be the vapor pressure will be more. So now this, what we conclude, when a non-volatile solute is added to a solvent, boiling point of solution is always higher than the pure solvent. Children, here the boiling point of the solvent, pure solvent water, is 100 degrees Celsius. But to boil the solution having this non-volatile solvent, then the boiling point will be always higher than 100 degrees Celsius. Here you are having a container, only water, pure solvent. So the boiling point here is 100 degrees Celsius. But if you have a solution having sucrose and water, that is pure solvent and non-volatile solute, then you have to raise the temperature above 100 degrees Celsius to make the solution boil, because here we have a non-volatile solute which do not vaporize easily. So the boiling point of the solution will be always higher than the boiling point of the pure solvent. Now we have boiling point of solution, we give it by TB, T small b, and the boiling point of pure solvent is given by pure, it is not children, so it will come naught, and the boiling point of pure solvent will be TB naught. So the difference between boiling point of solution and the boiling point of pure solvent is called the elevation in boiling point. Elevation in boiling point, that is delta TB. Delta TB is the elevation in boiling point, which is a colligative property, and whenever it is a colligative property, it always depends upon the number of solute particles and not on their nature. So what is elevation in boiling point? It is delta TB, which is equal to TB minus TB naught, where TB is the boiling point of the solution. Boiling point of solution is higher as compared to the boiling point of the pure solvent. So it will be boiling point of solution minus boiling point of pure solvent. This is the elevation in boiling point. Now we have made a relation between vapor pressure and the temperature. Children, we have made a relation between the vapor pressure and the temperature. So we are plotting a graph of between vapor pressure and temperature, where vapor pressure will be on the y-axis and temperature will be on the x-axis. Now if TB naught, this is the boiling point of the pure solvent, that is, it is 100 degrees Celsius for water, but if we have taken it for pure solvent is TB naught. But again, if we take it for solution, to that pure solvent, if we add a non-volatile solute, then we get a solution. Then if you boil the solution, then the boiling point of that solution will be higher than the boiling point of pure solvent. So here the temperature of the solution is higher than the boiling point of pure solvent. So children, here the temperature is less, and as we are moving ahead, the temperature for solution is high, boiling point of solution is high. So if we extend this line, and we know that the pressure of pure solvent is 1.013 bar. If we extend this line, here it is 1 atmosphere, 1.013 bar. This is the pressure, vapor pressure. If you extend this line, then the point where it meets, you have to make like this line you have to make, and at the point of meeting this and this line, again you draw a line like this. This is the boiling point of the solvent, this is the boiling point of the solution. Children, this is the boiling point of the solvent, this point, children, this point is the boiling point of solvent, and this point is the boiling point of solution where they meet. So here, like, it has been increased like this and I've reached here. Here also it has increased like this and I've reached here. So this point will give you the boiling point of solvent, and this point will give you the boiling point of the solution. So if you got this TB over here and TB naught over here, then TB minus TB naught will give you the value of delta TB, where delta TB is the elevation in boiling point. Now children, for dilute solution, delta TB is directly proportional to molality. It is directly proportional to molality, that is elevation in boiling point is directly proportional to molality. And children, on removing this sign of proportionality, we'll get a proportionality constant, that is Kb. So where here children, m is the molality, delta Tb is the elevation in boiling point, and on removing this proportionality of constant, we got Kb. Kb is again constant of proportionality, and we call Kb as Molar boiling point elevation constant. Molar boiling point elevation constant, or we call it children ebullioscopic constant. It is molar boiling point elevation constant or ebullioscopic constant, that is Kb is this. You can call it by these by any of these two names. Next. The unit of Kb is kg per mole, Kelvin kg per mole. If children m is equals to 1 molar, that is if the value of m over here children is 1 molar, if you put instead of m 1, then delta Tb is equals to Kb. So therefore Kb is the elevation in boiling point for 1 molar solution. Kb is the elevation in boiling point for 1 molar solution when the value of molality is 1. And you know what is 1 molar solution? It is a solution having 1 gram mole of solute, that is 1 gram mole of the solute is being dissolved in 1000 gram of solvent. It is 1 gram mole of solute when dissolved in 1000 gram of solvent. We call it 1 molar solution. So elevation, this ebullioscopic constant is the elevation in boiling point, delta Tb is elevation in boiling point for 1 molar solution. Now next one is determination of molar mass of solute. Children, based on this formula, numericals come in your board exam. So this is very important. Now, to find out the molar mass of solute in case of elevation in boiling point, I have already told you it is always 2 for the solute and it is always 1 for the solvent. So W2 is the gram of solute, M2 is the molar mass of the solute. We know that this is mass in gram of the solute, and M2 will be the molar mass of the solute. M is the molality of the solution, children. So you know that what is molality? It is represented by small m. Molality is equals to, we have already done this formula, number of moles of solute upon mass of solvent in kg. Number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. So next we'll convert this kg into gram. Number of moles of solute. Number of moles of solute we represent number of mole with small n. Of solute we'll write N2. So number of moles of solute upon mass of solvent in kg. So children will convert kg into gram. So we'll multiply the numerator with 1000. So it will be moles of solute, that is N2 into 1000 upon weight of solvent. Here it is in grams. So it is in gram. W1. So N2 is the number of mole of solute, and children we know that number of mole of solute is equals to mass in gram divided by molar mass. So W2 is the mass in gram of the solute and M2 is the molar mass of the solute. So we'll put the value of N2 in this formula. So N2 is equals to, children, W2 upon M2 into 1000 upon W1. So N2 is equals to W2 upon M2 into 1000 upon W1. So this is the formula. So children, we have already got that delta Tb is equals to kbm. So we'll put the value of m, that is molality, in this formula. So molality is delta TB is equals to Kb into molality is equals to W2 into 1000 upon M2 into W1. So M2 is equals to children Kb. M2 will go that side and Kb will come this side. So M2 is equals to Kb into W2 into 1000 upon delta TB into W1. Now children, we'll do one numerical based on this formula. Now children, question is boiling point of water at 750 mm of mercury is 99.63 degrees Celsius. This is the boiling point of water. Okay, how much sucrose is to be added? It means solvent is water, children, and boiling point of water is 99.63. Water is pure solvent, so the boiling point of pure solvent is 99.63 over here. So TB naught is equals to 99.63 degrees Celsius. How much sucrose is to be added? It means sucrose is the non-volatile solute which is being added to water. How much sucrose is to be added to 500 gram of water? कितना मास सुक्रोज का आपको ऐड करना है? सो यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट द mass of solute which is to be added to 500 gram of water such that it boils at 100 degree Celsius. So we have this is the question, how much sucrose is to be added to 500 gram of water so that the solution boils at 100 degree Celsius. Here children, Kb for water is given 0.52 kg per mole. We know that kg per mole is a unit for Kb. So you need to convert this gram into kg, Kelvin in degree Celsius into Kelvin, and per mole you will be getting. So you need to find the mass of solute. The formula for with the help of which you will be able to find the mass of solute, that is this W2 is the mass of solute. This you need to find, but the formula to be uses this formula, that is M2. So M2 is equals to Kb into W2 into 1000 upon delta TB into W1. So children, W2 will remain here only. This will go up. M2 into delta TB into W1 upon Kb will come down upon Kb. So this will be the formula to be used. Now children, mass of water, that is the mass of solvent. I have told you water is the solvent. So mass of water, that is solvent, is already given in the question. Mass in gram it is given 500 gram. So children, convert this gram into kg. So 500 upon 1000 will give you kg. Mass in kg 0.5 kg. And children, of the solution the boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. And of the pure solvent children it is 99.60, that is of water. So delta TB elevation and boiling point will be equal to children 100 minus 99.63, that is 0.37 K. And Kb for this is already given in the question. Kb is 0.52 kg per mole. So now what we'll do, we'll put the value in this equation, but before putting the value in this solution we should know what is the value of M2, because till now we did not got the value of M2. M2 is what? M2 is the molar mass of this solute, that is sucrose. So the molar mass of sucrose, the formula for sucrose children is C12H22O11. So we know how to find out the molar mass. 12, it is atomic mass, 12 into atomic mass of carbon, 12 plus 22 into, for hydrogen it is 1, plus for oxygen it is 16 into 11. So it came out to be 342 gram per mole. So this is the value of M2. Now children, the formula in which we have to put the value is W2 is equals to M2 into delta TB into W1 upon Kb. Children, we got all these value. We got the value of M2, and children, we got the value of delta TB, we have the value of Kb, and we have the value of W1 also, that is the mass of the pure solvent, that is water. So put the values over here. 342 is the value of M2, delta TB is 0.37 K, W1 is 0.5, upon kb 0.52. So the answer came out to be 121.7 grams. So I just hope children this topic is clear to you all. Thank you and have a nice day.